Welcome back into Macomb High School TSSR Game Time Live, Game 3 of the evening. The host school of this Bomber Basketball Classic is Macomb, and they play the nightcap here tonight against Havana. Starting lineup is being introduced right now for the Lady Ducks of Havana. Josie Hughes, number 5. A talented senior guard will be one of the starters, along with Olivia Kramer. Junior wearing number 10. Freshman Evie Smith wears 15. Number 20 is junior Katie Miller. And number 30 is senior Hannah Hodgson. For the Bombers, Kylie Robinson wears number 1. She's a senior. Sophie Wilson is a senior wearing number 3. Senior Catherine Stortsom wears number 5. Number 10, Drew Creasy, a senior. And the only underclassman in the starting lineup is Dakota Thorman wearing number 23. Havana will be in black uniforms tonight with maroon numbers trimmed in white. And the Bombers will be in their home white with the orange numerals trimmed in black. As we get set to go on our third and final game, remember there are 6 games here tomorrow. Each team plays twice as they complete their 5-game round robin, part of the annual event here at Macomb, getting these 6 schools 5 games to start the year. Macomb controls the opening tip, and they try to dump it down low to Dakota Thorman. Jump ball called, that'll go to Havana. Homeschool cheerleaders are here. First set of cheerleaders we have in the gym tonight. Full court man-to-man pressure applied by Macomb. And Havana gets it inbounds to Katie Miller. Miller takes it all the way down court herself. Runs into a defender that is Creasy for Macomb. Loose ball picked up by the Bombers. Three-pointer coming right side. Short front iron. Rebound, Katie Miller. Miller wants to go again. Being chased from behind, look out. Poked away and out of bounds. Last touch by Macomb. It'll be Havana ball. Kylie Robinson was the shooter that came down and fired the 3. Oh, it's Macomb ball. So the Bombers will take over. 7:23 to go. First quarter just underway. Valerie Bell, good evening. Doug, we just got started a little bit late tonight because of the length of that middle game. So we're here now and going. Bomber basketball. Left side, jumper from the baseline. No good for Storzen. Rebound Havana. Into the front court they come. Shot taken from the right side for the Lady Ducks is no good for Hannah Hodgson. Correction, it was Olivia Kramer. Back the other way. The Bombers get on the board first. Sophie Wilson puts Macomb on top 2-0. Katie Smith answers for Havana. We're tied at 2. Game already with more tempo than the first 2 games tonight. These teams are playing a little racehorse here early. Turnover for Macomb. We're tied at 2. 6:27 to go in the first quarter, just underway. Substitution for Havana, number 55, Alexis Richardson is in. Over the timeline comes Josie Hughes, wearing number 5, down inside to Richardson, off glass, no good. Battle for the rebound is won by the Bombers. And a foul, our first of the game, will go against Havana. On the reach, it was Evie Smith. She's a freshman, that's her first foul, first team foul. Out of bounds underneath the Havana basket for Macomb. Tied here at 2. Take us back to the first period because I got ahead of myself there a little bit. 3 from the wing, in and out. Rebound, tied up, jump ball. Possession arrow should favor Macomb this time, and it does. Triggered underneath by Sophie Wilson. Get a quick sub here for Havana. Hodgson will check out. and be replaced by Katie Miller. With a brief break, she's back, obviously, number 20. Inbounds, it goes out to the free throw line extended to Dakota Thorman. She'll leave it for Kylie Robinson, and she drains the 3. And Macomb goes on top 5-2. Miller all the way down court. She puts it in 5-4. Possessions don't last very long between these two teams. Inbounds pass comes all the way to midcourt where it's scooped up by Thorman. Thorman goes down in the corner for a long-range jumper that's no good for Wilson. Offensive rebound for Robinson. Robinson's outlet pass doesn't find its target. It goes out of bounds to Havana. Ducks will make a sub. Number 10, Olivia Kramer checks out. Freshman Jenna Brooks, wearing number 1, comes in. Shot coming right side, that's too strong. Rebound putback doesn't go either for the Ducks. First shot was taken by Evie Smith, and now in the backcourt, a traveling violation on Macomb. As the Ducks are pressing full court, 5-4, excuse me. Macomb leads at 5:10 to go first period. Steve Horrell, one of the busiest guys in the state this week, has already seen 9 games with this one, and he's got 6 more tomorrow. Athletic director here at Macomb. Inside it goes for Miller, has it poked away. Bombers come up court the other way with Sophie Wilson. Wilson trapped along the sideline, and it's going to be a jump ball in favor of Havana this time. Five minutes exactly remaining first quarter. Out of the corner, Hughes for 3. Bumped after the shot, no call there, and rebound to Macomb. Kylie Robinson over the timeline for the Bombers. Watched by Jenna Brooks. Robinson to the basket, draws the foul, she'll shoot 2. Foul goes against Evie Smith, her second. Team's second. And the first free throw from Robinson short off the front iron. Sub coming for Havana. Smith will check out, replaced by Olivia Kramer. Second free throw, no good. Kramer with the rebound. Katie Miller into the front court, down to Hughes. There is a drive for Richardson. She draws the foul. She'll shoot 2. Foul goes on 21 for Macomb. Ella Hare, who recently checked in, snuck by me. That's first team foul on Macomb. Free throw number 1, no good for Alexis Richardson. She has earned a second on that shooting foul. It is on the way, and it is also no good, but Miller inside for the rebound, surrounded by Bombers, and then as she tried to outlet the ball, it's picked off by Drew Creasy. Richardson picks up the foul in the backcourt, her first, third team foul. And Macomb will inbound it, facing full court pressure from Havana. They'll get it into Robinson and clear out for her. Guarded by Brooks. Pair number 1 is doing battle now. Switched off on Brooks. Gives her up to Miller. On the drive, foul, reach in. It's going to go against 55 for Havana. That's Alexis Richardson, her second.
Team 4.
4 team fouls. Shot in the lane, will fall. 2 for Dakota Thorman from Macomb. Bombers go up by 3, 7-4. Three-point attempt out of the corner for Havana is good by Olivia Kramer. And that ties it up. Quickly into the front court, Sophie Wilson kicks it back outside for three. That'll come up short for Hare. Rebound tipped into Havana. Here comes Josie Hughes. Hughes, left corner, three ball, way too strong. Rebound down to Macomb. As Creasy got the rebound for the Bombers. Here comes Robinson all the way to the hole. Up and a little bit short. Rebound to the freshman Brooks for Havana. Robinson defends her along the sideline. Tried to use the sideline as her friend. Brooks got around her. Havana goes right side and then whipped underneath from Hughes to Miller. Miller comes back out, gives it to Hughes, and then it goes into the hands of Maggie French, a freshman wearing number 34. Here's Miller. She'll fire deep. That's off the front iron. To the floor they go for it, and it'll be another jump ball in this one. Possession arrow favors Macomb. See you, JD. Katie Miller will check out of the game. JD Beal, fine job as always, officiating the middle game. Heading out. Madeline Howiter, another freshman for Havana. Where's number 34? I checked that, 24. And 34 is Maggie French, also a freshman, both on the floor right now. That pass over the head of the Macomb sub that just came in. That's number 4, Jordan Hines. So Macomb has Robinson, Wilson, Hines, 1, 3, and 4 respectively. Number 10, Creasy, and number 21, Ella Hare on the floor. For the Ducks, with the ball, number 5 is Josie Hughes. She cross-courts it to number 1, Brooks, who has it taken away. Race down court, Creasy, fouled on the way in. She'll shoot 2. Foul will go against 24, Madeline Howiter, her first, team's 5th. Macomb in the bonus the rest of the period. 2:21 to play in the period. To finish the Macomb lineup or the Havana lineup on the floor, it is Hughes number 5, Brooks number 1, Kramer number 10, 24 Howiter, 34 French. First free throw good. Bombers regain the lead, 8-7. Sub coming for Macomb as Catherine Stortsom checks back in, replacing Sophie Wilson. Second free throw in and out for Drew Creasy. Last touch by Havana. Macomb ball, substitution Macomb. Going out, 21 Hare, coming in 24 Aaliyah Abernathy. She gets the inbounds pass and puts it in. How about that? On the floor for about 2 seconds, and she's in the scorebook. Macomb 10. We've got Havana with, I have them with 7, but the scoreboard has 6, so I'm going to back one off. Here's Josie Hughes. Her pass deflected out of bounds, should still belong to Havana. Last touch by Havana. It will belong to Macomb, I stand corrected. For Havana, first appearance, Ava Kramer, yet another freshman wearing number 2, replacing fellow freshman Maggie French. 9 of the players for Havana are freshmen. Out of their 18 listed players on the roster, and it looks like they're all here in dress tonight. 3 from the wing. That'll be no good for Robinson. Rebounded by Hughes. Hughes fouled in the back court. Foul will go against Drew Creasy. Foul number 1. Second foul on Macomb. Sideline out of bounds for Havana in front of their own bench. Minute 35 to go, first quarter. 4-point Macomb lead, 10-6. They try for their 3rd consecutive win in their tournament. Hughes kicks it cross court. They get it eventually into the corner for Jenna Brooks. Long range jumper is no good. Rebounded by Jordan Hines, number 4, junior for the Bombers. Creasy in the front court. Pair of number 10s battling out there as Olivia Kramer guards her. And a 5-second violation as Kramer guarded closely and the dribble ran out of time. Havana basketball. Inbounds it comes to Katie Miller. Over the timeline, tried to cross over. Lost control of the dribble, stolen by Creasy. Creasy ahead to Robinson, leaves it for Hines. Hines on the drive, comes up short. Havana scoops in, grabs the rebound. Madeline Howiter does that. Here's Miller over the timeline. Miller kicks it out. Hughes for three out of the corner. Will not go. Hines with another rebound. She wants to go. 40 seconds left. Here comes Hines on the drive. Coast to coast. Nice pass across the lane. She got it over to Kylie Robinson. A foul called, and Robinson will shoot two. Foul goes against Madeline Howiter, her second. Three different Havana players with two fouls. Evie Smith, Madeline Howiter, and Alexis Richardson, combining for all six of their first quarter fouls. First free throw is good for Kylie Robinson. Substitution Macomb. Creasy checks out. Back in is Sophie Wilson. For Havana, Howiter comes out, replaced by Ashlyn Namelman. I believe I said that right. Another freshman. Second free throw no good. Namelman grabs the rebound. Miller front courts it to Hughes. Hughes gives it right back to her. Miller full speed ahead, heading down the lane, draws the foul, will go to the line, shoot a couple with 30.3 seconds left in the period. And that will go against Aaliyah Abernathy, her first and the third team foul on Macomb. Katie Miller has two of the six for Havana. A misfire on free throw one. She'll get another. It is on the way, and it's good. 11-7 Bombers. 27 seconds left in the period. Hines. Back to Wilson, over to Robinson. Abernathy kicks it back outside to Wilson. Now Robinson again, clock down to 6. Robinson wants to go around Hughes to the basket. Shot won't go. 1 second left, and Havana won't get a real good look at it. So we go to the end of the first period, and the score is Macomb 11, Havana 7. We'll be right back. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I thought about the staff of MDH. You know, they're all good. And you get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
And we are back to start quarter number 2. Should say second on your board now. Previously, we had it up there earlier. Got ahead of ourselves. Thanks for the adjustment. Now we have quarter number 2 correct. Hughes in the lane. Whips a pass out in the right corner. The shot from there is no good. Rebounded by Abernathy. Front court Macomb. Pass down low to Hines. Leaning in, can't get it to go. Havana rebound underneath. Olivia Kramer. Kramer wants to go with it. Pass is deflected, but still finds its eventual target as Hodgson is back in. Baseline shot, no good for the Ducks. Rebound Abernathy one more time for Macomb. Robinson will bring it over the timeline. She has Wilson on her left and gives it to her. Screen up high for Wilson. Now it goes to Jordan Hines. Hines pass inside is taken away by Olivia Kramer. Miller will try from outside. That's a three. That's good. Timeout Macomb as Havana strikes first here in quarter number 2 to make it 11-10. Timeout by the Bombers is a full timeout. So we'll take a quick 30-second break. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. Back after this.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today and make your voice heard.
We'll play at 10:30 and at noon. Havana will play all of it. That will be session 4 of 5. Our trophy session begins at
8:30, 9 o'clock they say. Okay, 9, 10:30 and noon tomorrow, and then they come back for a 5th and final session, 3:35 and 7. Another busy day of basketball here at Macomb High in the season opening Bomber Basketball Classic. We're in the second quarter here, and it's an 11-10 Macomb lead with 6:39 to go out of the timeout. The Bombers have ball down low to Hines. Can't get it to go. Got the pass from Catherine Stordom. Stordom, Hines, Wilson, Robinson, and Dakota Thorman on the floor for Macomb. Turnover Havana. Macomb ball. Havana counters with 32 Namelman, 30 Hodgson, 20 Miller, 5 Hughes, and 10 Kramer, and now Macomb makes a mistake on a turnover on a out of bounds play. Ball never hit anybody, so it goes all the way back underneath the basket. And Havana will use their underneath the basket inbounds play. Or one of many, I'm sure. Inbounds to Miller, her pass intercepted by Robinson. Robinson coming down court in a hurry. Pulls up jumper in the lane, no good. Miller, good defense, held her ground, got the rebound. Katie Miller looking long for Josie Hughes, throws it over her head. Out of bounds, Macomb ball.
Bomber basketball.
Inbounds looking for Hines. Miller got up and picked it off. Got to Kramer. Kramer dribbles across the paint, kicks it out in the right corner to Namelman. Off of Hughes' hands. But Havana retains possession. Katie Miller is out top. Junior, been playing regularly since her freshman year. That pass down onto the block to Hannah Hodgson, draws a foul. And it's Dakota Thorman who picks it up, her first team foul of the second quarter on the Bombers. Substitutions coming in. I see 24 Madeline Howiter. Also for the Ducks, number 1 Jenna Brooks. Macomb made a switch as well. 3 right wing, too strong. Rebound underneath, secured by Drew Creasy. Creasy, Wilson, Robinson. Shot no good by Creasy, rebounded by Maggie French for Havana. They go back the other way. Also on the floor for Macomb, it's Ella Hare and Dakota Thorman. Out of the corner. 3 for French, won't go. Robinson with the rebound and the run out. Here she comes. Ducks get back, transition better that time. So Kylie Robinson will set it up. Left wing pass to Wilson. Now Thorman. Now popping out here on the right side is Drew Creasy. Creasy up top to Hare. All the Bombers touch the ball in this possession. Whipping a softball-style pass. Robinson threw it across court to Creasy. Creasy slashes into the lane on a nice drive, and the lead is 3 again for Macomb, 13-10. Blocking foul, Bombers. Number 3, Wilson. Her first foul, second team foul. A 13-10 Macomb lead. Down low, Wilson. Out of bounds, and they say, was it deflected by Macomb? They're going to talk about it. I'm trying to get the score bug to be correct. And we finally have it. They're 13-10. Macomb leads it. All right, after discussion, it stays with Havana. It's a side out of bounds. Substitution for Havana. Katie Miller checks out. Ava Kramer, freshman wearing number 2, will come in. Inbounds in the corner to Wilson. She whips across court, pass for the long jumper. That's no good for Hodgson. Out of bounds, untouched to Macomb. 13-10 Macomb. Defense is kind of controlling things right now. Got some more chat coming in. Doreen Brownlow says, good luck Bombers, and Dakota Thorman from New Mexico. Glad you're watching tonight. Doreen, appreciate that.
Bomber basketball.
Still Macomb ball here after it was knocked out of bounds. And Kylie Robinson at the top will go to her left and give it to Ella Hare. Back to Robinson, open for 3. It's on the way, bounces out, no good. Rebound Havana, stepping on the baseline, peeling out of there was Ava Kramer. So an underneath out of bounds for Macomb. They put 4 along the baseline. Almost a steal on the inbounds by Hannah Hodgson. Ball got out of bounds before she could get to it. Macomb and their man-to-man. Robinson wants to drive. Help waiting from Josie Hughes. Now Hughes pops out and picks up Creasy. Now it's Wilson. And Dakota Thorman. Back to Wilson. 3:35 to the half. Score you see is correct. 13-10. It was 11-7. Macomb at the end of 1. Havana defense finally comes up with the steal. They force another turnover. Ava Kramer down court with it. She'll give it to Hodgson. Hodgson tried to get it to Hughes on a back door. Went through Josie's hands out top to Jenna Brooks, who then nails a jumper, and it's 13-12. Spin move, too much body contact there. Foul will go against Havana. And it'll be on Hughes, her first. The team's first in the period. Just 2:58 to play in the half. Havana, who committed 6 first quarter fouls and put Macomb in the bonus, has only committed 1 here in the second. Inbounds, just checking into the game. It goes to Abernathy. And Aaliyah scores it. Macomb back up by 3, 15-12. Hannah Hodgson. Josie Hughes, she'll launch the 3. That's too strong off the back iron. Hodgson gets up in the air for the rebound, pokes it back outside. Collision out of bounds, and last touched by who? Macomb.
Duck basketball.
Off of Catherine Storzimer. She tried to hustle over for it. Hines will come back in for the Bombers, replacing Hare. And Hines will guard in the back court. Hodgson out top. Ooh, flashing open briefly underneath was Maggie French. They didn't see her. Now Maggie's in the corner for 3. Got it. Swish. As they say, nothing but the bottom of the net, 15 all. Another chat check-in. Donna Stortzum's in Pennsylvania watching. Go Bombers. Glad you're aboard, Donna. Got a good one here. We're tied up. Abernathy on the drive. Oh, soft touch off glass. Leah Abernathy with 2 straight buckets for Macomb. 17-15, Bombers back on top. Hughes, corner, 3, French. That one doesn't go, and a rebound down to Havana. Hughes goes to French again over in that right wing. French skip pass cross court. Coming out of the corner. Shot taken by Brooks is no good. Rebound Havana. Check that. Rebound Macomb. And it's Drew Creasy over the timeline. Holds up one finger. Goes to Hines. Comes back around in the circle and gets it. Drives down the lane. Puts it up off glass and in. Not to be denied, Drew Creasy. Looks like a fumble drill in football where you run through 2 lines of players and they try to knock it away from you. 19-15, 4-point Macomb lead. Hodgson to French. Back to Hodgson. Right side to the freshman Brooks. Now Hughes checks back to the bench. Coach Michelle Brady signals a play that she wants executed here. 33 seconds. Hughes, guarded by Hines, has to get inside that hash mark to get the 5-second count off, and does. And now out of the corner from the left side, French for 3. That's no good. Rebound handled by the Bombers. And Wilson. Hines has it taken away from behind by Brooks of Havana. Now Hines goes to get it back. And a foul is called. I think it's going to go on, it is, on number 4, Jordan Hines. She almost got that ball back on a steal. 3rd team foul, 1st foul on Jordan Hines. Katie Miller is back for Havana. Takes the inbounds pass. She is in for Josie Hughes for the moment. And now it's Ava Kramer. 3 seconds left on the clock in the half. Kramer fires at the buzzer. And it's no good. First half comes to a close with Macomb on top by a score of 19-15. Both teams score 8 points in that second period of play. We go to the halftime. We bring you an interview from Dwayne Hulett and the TSSR Live staff from our main sponsor, McDonough District Hospital. We'll be back with the second half in just a little while.
And welcome back here. It's halftime, and with Phyllis, I about said McLouth.
It is.
It is McLouth. It still is McLouth,
yes.
Isn't it? So I've known you for a long time.
A long time.
And we were just discussing before we came on air that it's been a year or two since you came to MDH. You've been here a while. What's your job title here at MDH?
I'm Director of Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation.
And that entails a lot, especially considering we're here talking about sports. So that's a big part of what you do. What does that entail here at MDH?
The department as a whole, we start off with the sports. We have athletic training services. We go to many of the area schools. But also we have physical therapy for those that are maybe have had surgery or some more serious injuries, and we're going to try to get people back on the court or the field.
Yeah, court, field, or just work, right? I mean,
that's right.
It's sports medicine and rehabilitation. The rehabilitation goes a lot farther than the sports stuff, doesn't it?
Right. Yeah. Beyond that, I mean, every person needs to return to something, as you're kind of referring to. And so we see people of all ages. We see newborns. We see people up to, we've seen, I think, 105 years old. So everybody has something that's very important to them that they want to return to, and we respect that. We complete evaluations in whatever realm it may be in the different therapies and try to address their deficits and get them back into action, whatever that may be.
Yeah, sometimes action's on the court, and sometimes action is working at the factory or working for yourself, right?
Right,
or just getting up out of a chair.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah. So it's a little bit of everything. What drew you, because we talked about you've been here at MDH for a long time. So
right.
What drew you to MDH? Obviously, You're a Bushnell girl.
Correct.
So you're from the area. What drew you to MDH?
I wanted to serve the community. I think it's important that the smaller rural areas get good care too. And I'm just kind of attached to the area.
So, as successful as you've been, you've moved up the food chain, so to speak, at MDH. Some people would look at it as, well, I've done what I can do here. I could go somewhere else and help. Why stay here? I know you wanted to give it back to the rural area, but what is it about this particular area that made you want to stay?
I think there's always more that can be done, and I think it's important to kind of utilize what our resources are and try to make the most of them. Just again, in our area, we have a lot to offer here at the hospital, and there are people that are wanting to make the best of themselves here, and I think we have a role in that.
Now, you've been doing this for a number of years. I think you said 35 at MDH. Sports medicine and rehabilitation has changed, I would suspect, substantially in those 35 years. You have locations in Macomb, Bushnell, even in Monmouth now.
Right.
That's not something that was there back when you started.
No.
What is it about sports medicine and rehabilitation that's changed so much and become so important now?
It is kind of odd. We were very small to begin with. We started just in the basement of the hospital. It included cardiac rehab, PT, a little bit of pediatrics, and we all tried to do it in one small gym. And since that time, we've gone to our whole third floor addition. I think it was in '98. We have the Lafayette location. Bushnell was in 14. We also have a location in Grand Prairie. And then Monmouth we did 2 years ago. And I think therapy in general gets people back into action again. And I just think it's something that we have a chance to be a part of and help people, do better in whatever they may do.
What do you see as the director? What do you see as the ultimate goal for sports medicine and rehabilitation? I mean, obviously you guys keep growing, so you aren't there yet. But as a person who's just obviously loved sports medicine and rehabilitation since the time you started, where do you see it going, or what will it continue to grow? Do you continue to add new things? We
are always looking to see what's out there, just with advancements in research and trying to see what means of treatment may help others. We try to stay on top of that and try to then offer it to the community. And again, just because we're rural doesn't mean we can't stay on top of that and offer the best we can.
So you think you could be here another 35 years?
That might be pushing it. But also, what makes us strong is our team. And we have lots of very talented therapists on our team. So that really is the key to what we do.
Now, before we get out of here, I think that one of the coolest things about what you guys do is, and you mentioned it earlier, is you have trainers that go to the schools.
Right.
And I know Bushnell's part of that, West Prairie's part of that, Macomb's obviously part of that, and I'm sure there's other schools too. But the trainers that come to West Prairie and Bushnell especially and Macomb become almost part of the family.
True.
With the students and the athletes. How exciting is that for you as the director to be able to say that I've been able to help bring people in and they become parts of the families at these different schools around the area?
I just really appreciate it, because a lot of times, the coaches don't need to worry as much about what's happening to their players. They know that they can pay attention to the game, but also know that they've got someone to take care of their players and offer them the best evaluation so they can maybe get back on the field, or, let's not do that and then make a better decision. Because many times there can be like a life-altering injury that may occur, and if it's not addressed appropriately, it doesn't turn out so well.
Well, Phyllis, I appreciate you stopping in and talking to us, and you can stop by anytime you want to at a halftime, and we'll just throw you on.
Okay, all right.
Okay, sounds good. We'll be back with the second half right after this.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
Both teams scheduled to be back here as the halftime expires, but we don't see the Ducks yet. Macomb Bombers are here. They are on the court ready to go. 19-15 lead at halftime for Macomb. Final game of the night here with 6 games tomorrow at 9 o'clock, 10:30, and noon. And then 3:30, 5, and 7. Michelle Brady was just out of the locker room with her team and said to the official, nobody let us know there was only 2 minutes left or whatever the usual warning is. So the Ducks are back. The officials are ready, and it's Macomb basketball to start half number 2. Bombers will start with Sophie Wilson, number 3, to trigger an inbounds. Kylie Robinson, Drew Creasy, Catherine Stordom, and Dakota Thorman, their original starting 5. Meanwhile, for the Ducks, I see number 10, Olivia Kramer, 5, Josie Hughes, 20 is Katie Miller. Drive to the baseline and shot good for Kylie Robinson to start this second half. Macomb goes up 6. Also on the floor for the Ducks with the ball right now, as a matter of fact, number 30, Hannah Hodgson. And their 5th starter, also from the original starting lineup, is 15, Evie Smith, who had 2 early fouls. Didn't get a lot of minutes in that first half. And Coach Brady will hope she can stay out there longer in the second half. Smith with the pass. Shot block by Robinson on Olivia Kramer. Miller, wild shot in the lane, draws a foul. She'll shoot 2. As she felt the contact, she threw it up to the basket to earn those 2 shots. Stortsom picks up the foul, number 1 on her, and number 1 in the second half, third period to be exact, for Macomb. Bombers lead it by 6. Katie Miller shooting the first of 2 right now. Here comes the second. Also good. Lead is 4 for Macomb, 21-17. Creasy over the timeline. Will wait for teammate Stortsom to come and get it. And now over to Sophie Wilson. Kylie Robinson. Foul away from the ball. Hughes whistled for a foul away from the ball. Her second personal. First team foul of the half on Havana. Inbounds it comes to Robinson. Puts it up in and draws the foul. She'll go to the line to try to add 1 more. That foul will go against 15. Evie Smith, her third. Second team foul. Basket good. Well, Robinson missed the free throw, however, but she tracks down her own rebound. Comes out of the corner, gives it up top to the free throw line to Thorman. Out of the other corner now, it's Creasy with the shot. That does not go. Ducks come the other way. Shot on the way, no good for Havana. Rebound Stortsom. Wilson. Robinson driving on Miller. Comes out the other side, kicks it out for a 3, and it's good. Creasy hits the 3, and Macomb, just like that, has gone up 9, 26-17, with a 7-2 run to start the second half. Timeout taken by the Ducks. It's a full 60-second timeout. We'll let you watch this before we come back. You are watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I chose MDH. We moved here and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
Early in the third quarter here at Macomb. Winners already tonight. Rock Island Alleman defeating Illini Bluffs in game 1. Canton wins game 2 tonight over Illini West. And now Macomb here in game 3 with a 9-point lead, trying to win their third straight to start the year, as they lead a Havana team that has some veterans, but they have a lot of freshmen, and a lot of those freshmen play. Kind of team that by the end of the year, when those freshmen kind of get used to the varsity level, becomes a very dangerous team. Josie Hughes swings it across to Hodgson. Hodgson leaves it behind her for Jenna Brooks. Over to Hughes. Hughes in the paint. Bounce pass down to Brooks. Took a little step first before she got around her defender to the basket. Travel violation. 26-17 Macomb ball. Full court press set up by Havana. Creasy will take it up the right side, all the way, coast to coast, doesn't go. Rebound, Katie Miller, and she wants to run with it. Miller tried to drop it off left side for Brooks. They take it away. Here comes Macomb with a 2-on-1. Bounce pass across the paint, up with it and in. Drew Creasy with another bucket. Macomb by 11, 28-17. Josie Hughes. Pull up 3, left wing. Doesn't go, long rebound. Out to Catherine, or I believe I heard them call her Kate over the PA, Kate Stortsom. Stortson gives it to Robinson. Missed the shot. Rebound went straight back out over her head, but all the way near midcourt. It's tracked down by Dakota Thorman, and Macomb keeps the basketball. Bombers wearing the white, of course, with the orange numerals. Orange and black trim. Ducks maroon, their main color. They've got black uniforms this year with the maroon numbers and the white trim. Creasy just nailed another three. And Macomb on a run, 31-17. Katie Miller trying to stop the bleeding here. Her shot misses, bounces high off the rim, and it's rebounded by Creasy. Creasy spins into the front court. As we go past the 4-minute mark, midway through quarter number 3. Katie Miller trying to apply pressure defensively, gets whistled for the foul. It'll be her first. Third team foul. Havana, Coach Brady will sub in 5 new players at the 4-minute mark here of the period. And we'll pick those up for you as we can. Number 3, Lindsey Greer's a junior. She will take Creasy at the top. 34 and 32, Maggie French and Ashlyn Namelman, respectively. Offensive rebound there for Wilson. 3 ball on the way is good for Stortson. The lead goes. Well, now there's an extra 2. Hang on, let me correct that score. It's not quite right. It's 34-17 according to the board. 3-pointer left wing for Havana is good by Maggie French as the Ducks finally get something on the board. 34-20. After that 3, it'll take a minute for it to pop up. There's a little delay and a hitch and a giddy up there in the scoreboard, so I'll keep an eye on it, but it's 34-20. Now, shot by Thorman is no good, rebounded by Havana. They bring it into the front court. Also on the court for Havana, I haven't mentioned it yet, Madeline Howiter, and she is fouled. That'll go against Dakota Thorman, her second foul of the period on Macomb. Thorman will get a break as Ella Hare checks in for her, wearing number 21. The 5th Duck on the floor, number 4, sophomore Taylor Lindsay out there for the first time. After that run to start the second half of about 12-2, Michelle Brady makes wholesale substitutions. Both teams have a 3-pointer since then. What a play by Robinson to come up with that loose ball and all in one motion, fling it ahead to Sophie Wilson, who puts it in. Another steal. Wilson back to Creasy. Now Hare, they work it around the perimeter. Wilson's on the right side, foul. Foul's going to go against Madeline Howiter, her 4th foul of the period. For Macomb, number 4, Jordan Hines comes in to replace Kate Stortson. Macomb takes a 30-second timeout, and they've got a big lead now at 36-20. And my scoreboard got hidden. I'm trying to get that back for you. There it is. We bumped it. Should be 3rd period. I'll try to correct that as well. Keyword there is try. Out of the timeout, Macomb basketball with the lead, 36-20. We're in the 3rd period, 2:15 to go. Foul on the baseline. That'll be Ashlyn Namelman, foul number 1, 15 foul. To the line to shoot the bonus. For Macomb, it's Kylie Robinson. First one good. 37-20, Bombers. Second one good as well. Bombers in control, 38-20. Hughes for three out of the corner. That's short. Rebound Robinson. 2-on-1, gets the pass across to Sophie Wilson. Step back, little jumper, good. Macomb has outscored Havana here 21-5 in the third quarter with a minute and 35 to go. Katie Miller. Over to Jenna Brooks. There's that starting lineup back in for Macomb now, or for Havana. Three-pointer from the wing, no good. That time for Namelman. Rebound Macomb. Robinson front court. Here's Hines. Her pass tipped away and stolen. Back the other way comes Namelman. She'll pull up in the lane, lean around one defender. Shot won't go. And Creasy up with a rebound for Macomb. And look at her take off and go. She turns it into a 3-on-2. Bounce pass right side. Off glass won't go for Hare. They battle for it all the way to the sideline. Last touch by Havana. 5-24 back in for Macomb. That is Kate Stortzum, and 24, Aaliyah Abernathy. And for the Ducks, they also bring back a number 24, Madeline Howard. Missed shot, rebound Hines. Rebound putback won't go. She gets it one more time, and she's fouled on the putback attempt. And Jordan Hines will go to the line and shoot a couple. Foul goes against 32. Ashlyn Namelman, her second. Hines' first free throw. Bounces out. 40-20 Macomb. A 4-point halftime lead at 19-15 has exploded here in quarter number 3. Sub coming, Dakota Thorman. In for Ella Hare. So Thorman, Abernathy. The foul shooter Hines. Stortzum and Robinson on the floor for the Bombers. Katie Miller into the front court. Nice save by Namelman to keep it alive, and then Hines tried to take it away, and she almost did, out of bounds, colliding with one of the officials who couldn't get himself out of the way fast enough. 25.4 left in the period. Back to Havana. Miller to inbound. Gets it back, Miller does, from Olivia Kramer. Here's Hughes. 15 on the clock, drive inside, shot won't go. Offensive rebound for Howarder. Now Hughes from the baseline. That one nestles in the bottom of the net for Josie Hughes. Two-pointer, it's 40-22. Ducks trying to put on pressure here, full court, 2 seconds left. Steal, but out of time. 3 in the books. Macomb with a 21-7 outburst in quarter number 3, leads at 40-22. One more quarter to go. We go to the fourth period. We'll be right back here. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential. with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Okay, 40-22. We go to quarter number 4. Bombers on top. Ducks with the basketball to start the period. Howarder on the right wing. Drives baseline, bounce pass across the lane. Eventually kick it out top to Josie Hughes. She'll pull up from 16, too strong. Rebound, tipped around and controlled by Havana. Hughes is now out on the left wing of their offensive set. Guarded by Creasy. Creasy with a blocking foul as Hughes tried to drive. Drew Creasy first of the fourth period on Macomb. Substitution, Maggie French on the floor for Havana. Katie Miller, Josie Hughes, Maggie French, Olivia Kramer, and Madeline Howarder. Hughes out top to French. French has it poked away and stolen by Thorman. Into the front court comes Creasy. Around a screen by 24 Abernathy. That one will go into the backcourt. Macomb should have played the ball. She did not. Was just going to touch it and take the turnover, but hustling behind her was Madeline Howarder, who scooped it up and scored it. 40-24. Timeout, Macomb. They will go with the full timeout. We will do the same. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, the Bomber Basketball Classic from Macomb, right here on YouTube and presented by MDH.
I would have to say that is the most rewarding part of what I do, making a difference in people's lives, taking care of the women from puberty on through postmenopausal stages and seeing them go through the phases and stages of life.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today and make your voice heard.
During the timeout, Jenny missed a 5-foot jumper with her with the stick from her lollipop. Did you find it? She found it and she slam dunked the rebound, so we're good. 40-24. Macomb basketball out of their timeout. They'll go right side to Dakota Thorman. Thorman down low to Robinson. Kylie Robinson takes a peek at the bucket, now throws it back out to Thorman. No hurry here for the Bombers, up by 16 with 6.5 to go. They work it down low to Hines. Puts it up with the right hand. That won't go. Rebound, Katie Miller for Havana. Miller fouled on the way back up court. It's either going to be on 23 or 4. It is on 4, Hines. Her second and the team's second. Ducks ball, Josie Hughes back up and in to replace Maggie French. In the front court for the Ducks, up and under. Shot good. Madeline Howarder. Full court press by the Ducks. They still trail by a bunch, 40-26, but they have scored the first 4 points here in the fourth quarter, and another foul on Macomb. That is on Drew Creasy. She has committed 3 in the game. That's 3 team fouls. Scoreboard once again hanging up on me and delaying the total. Should be 26. I think we're there now. Here's Katie Miller controlling the ball out top. Number 15 for Havana, Evie Smith is back in. Evie trying to fight through the defense of Creasy. Now Josie Hughes comes behind her, takes the pass. Gets it back out to Miller. Back to Hughes in the corner. Step back. Fires the three. Off the iron, no good. Miller with the offensive rebound. Has the ball stripped away. She went back up for the putback, and then eventually a jump ball. Possession arrow favors Macomb. Sub Macomb. Out is Dakota Thorman. In is Kate Stortzum. Creasy in the backcourt. Hughes tried to draw the charge. Officials say play on. From the wing for three. That's a dagger right there by Sophie Wilson. Get Macomb's first points of the period, 43-26. Here's a baseline drive. Shot short for Janet Brooks. Rebound Macomb. Here they come on the run. 2-on-1. Robinson straight to the hole, and a blocking foul called down low on Havana's number 5. That'll be on Josie Hughes. Third on her. First team foul of the period on Havana. 5:09 to play. And to the line to shoot 2, Kylie Robinson. Hits the first. Second, no good. Hughes with the rebound. 44-26 Macomb. Miller in the front court. To Jenna Brooks. Brooks wants to drive baseline. Backs up, puts it up off glass, draws the foul. She'll go to the line. That one will go against Sophie Wilson. Her second. That's the 4th team foul on Macomb in the quarter. And to the line goes Jenna Brooks. First one rolls out. She'll get another. Macomb led by 4 at the end of the first, was still 4 at the half. Led by 18 at the end of the third after a big run, 21-7 in that quarter. Havana started off with the first 4 points here in the quarter, but Macomb has scored the last 4. Second free throw, no good. Ducks fight for the rebound, and Miller comes out of there with it. Gives it to Howiter. Howiter to Josie Hughes, and then back to her to give a go, and she draws a foul, will shoot 2. That one goes on Creasy. 4 on Drew Creasy. And into the bonus goes Havana with 4:50 to play in the game. Subs waiting at the bench for Macomb. First free throw, no good for Howiter. Ella Hare back in for Macomb. Second free throw is no good. Another foul, or they say it's out of bounds on Macomb. It'll be Havana ball. Down low, Miller. Kick outside, long jumper just inside the three-point line, good for Evie Smith. (44-28). Robinson, left baseline, back out to Wilson. Out top it comes now to the top of the key to Stortzum. They'll go back to the left again. Stortzum heads down into that corner. Lobs it back out for Miller. Through her hands, Miller chases it down. Collision out near the timeline. It's going to be a foul on Havana. Loose ball foul goes against Madeline Howiter, her 4th. Second foul of the period on the Ducks, and they take a 30-second timeout. And we'll take a quick 30-second timeout, too, because we want you to see this from our friends at MDH.
My experience with McDonough District Hospital was amazing. I have a lot of allergies, complicated by nasal problems. And the procedure I had is Vive Air. Dr. Sparks was incredible.
The Vive Air procedure is a radiofrequency ablation procedure. She no longer has to do any medications to breathe, so she gets much more restful night's sleep. And a short little office procedure, and have somebody that feels like it's totally changed their life means the world.
It's a permanent improvement on the quality of your life.
4:16 to play in our third and final game of the night here on a Friday from Macomb High School. Chilly outside. Hopefully warm up a little bit tomorrow for the last football game of the season for Western Illinois University if you're in the area. Love to see you there. Letternecks close out the season against Gardner-Webb, playing them for the first time ever. School out of North Carolina. That shot short from Macomb. Hines tracks down the rebound, and the Bombers keep the ball. Stortson bounces it across the top to the left side and to Kylie Robinson. She wants to drive. Get yourself all the way down into the paint. Shot won't go. Rebound, Katie Miller. Stepping on the baseline. She is, however. And out of bounds it goes. Macomb ball. Robinson controls out top. Hines out in the corner. Shot taken by Stortson. Rebound. Battle for it. Howiter and Hines. Jump ball. Possession arrow favors Macomb. Down to 3:28. Ball's been on that end of the floor for almost a minute, which is just fine with the Bombers as they lead this thing 44-28 here. And a discussion amongst the officials.
It is Macomb basketball after the jump ball.
And Macomb will trigger it from underneath. Looking for Hines. She makes the catch. Can't get the shot to go. She drove inside. A leaner from Hare doesn't go. Rebound Havana. In the front court, Jenna Brooks driving baseline. Draws the foul. That'll go on number 3, Wilson. It was not a shooting foul, but we're in the bonus 2 shots anyway. Sophie Wilson picks up her third. And to the line to shoot 2, Jenna Brooks, a freshman. Ava Kramer's a freshman. She has played tonight. Evie Smith started as a freshman. Madeline Howiter with big minutes as a freshman. Ashlyn Mandelman. Maggie French also playing as freshman here tonight for Havana. Aaliyah Abernathy checks in, replacing Ella Hare. First one was no good for Brooks. She gets another. Makes this one.
Full timeout, Havana.
Timeout, Havana. They go with a full timeout. We'll be right back. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live on YouTube tonight, presented by MDH.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Out of the timeout. Macomb basketball. They beat the Havana Press, get it up court. Hines puts it in. Jordan Hines with the basket. Macomb goes up 46-28. Out of bounds. Turnover Havana, 46-29, excuse me. And the Bombers bring it over the timeline. Kylie Robinson. We got an injured duck down on the floor and some blood coming from her mouth. We're going to stop the game here. Officials timeout. Pretty good little wreck there. Number 15 for Havana, Evie Smith, has blood flowing from her nose, sits down across the floor. And she has two teammates come over to give her a hand. She's a little wobbly. She's helped to the sideline as Coach Michelle Brady helps get her over here. Don't know that there's any blood dripping on the floor, otherwise they'd have taken a towel over there already, but she is bleeding from inside her mouth. Hope she's okay. Hate to see that. Olivia Kramer, number 10, comes in to replace her. I'm looking down at the napkin. She's holding not a whole lot of blood at all, so that's actually pretty good news, but hopefully she didn't knock a tooth loose or something. Macomb ball, inside 2.5 now. Down low, Abernathy. Lobs it out top, looking for Robinson. And Kylie pulls it back out. Guarded by Josie Hughes. Hines gets it down low to an open Robinson. Missed a little one inside. Then on the rebound, we've got a jump ball. And it's Havana ball. 5 fresh players for Havana. 3 and 4 are Lindsey Greer and Taylor Lindsay, respectively. 32 and 34, Ashlyn Nemelman and Maggie French. And 55, Alexis Richardson, all come in for the Ducks. Macomb with pressure with 2:04 to play. Thirty-second timeout called by the Ducks as they were having trouble getting over the midcourt stripe.
It is a 30-second timeout.
Minute 58 left in the game. Macomb leads at 46-29. 7-6 is all Havana's been able to outscore Macomb by here in the fourth quarter. They tried to mount a comeback with the first 4 points of the period, but Macomb has shut that down, and then it's been actually a pretty slow-moving fourth quarter. But Havana ball out of the timeout. French. 2 players fall down after contact in the paint. Macomb has also entered some new players. 13 I don't have on my roster. Apologize for that. Not listed on the tournament roster. Thorman's back out there. Abernathy is there. Put back inside goes for Maggie French. 46-31. Creasy has it bumped away, knocked out of bounds by Lindsey Greer.
Bomber basketball.
Bombers inbound it from the side. We're down to a minute 14 to play. Get 6 games to watch here at Macomb High School tomorrow. 3 in the morning and early afternoon, and 3 in the late afternoon and early evening. That one also tipped out of bounds by Greer. And with a minute 5 to play, Macomb inbounds it one more time. Pass stolen by Namelman, but then stolen right back by Macomb's Aaliyah Abernathy. 51 seconds, 3-pointer from the wing, too strong. Rebound Havana comes down to 55, that's Alexis Richardson. Namelman driving in the paint, shot won't go. Ella Hare with the rebound, and here comes Drew Creasy over the timeline. Creasy kicks it across the lane. Shot good. And I didn't get the name on the PA, and again, we apologize. It's not on our roster, but it makes the score Macomb 48 and Havana 31. Macomb will now hold the final 4 seconds. And that'll do it. Bombers win to go to 3-0 in the tournament with a 17-point victory here over Havana, game number 3. Thank you for watching tonight's coverage of the Macomb Bomber Basketball Classic. I'm BJ Stone. For Jenny, we're out of here. She has got a drive to make, and so do I. So we'll talk to you soon right here on TSSR Live, presented by MDH.